My name's Emily. I'm going to be talking a little bit, leading us through meditation together. And thank the rest of the musicians for helping us open our hearts, and thank you all for joining in song together, hearing the whole room sing together adds an extra heart-opening element. Al and Mark, Dawn, Craig, and Leela, thank you. Well, I already said my name. Today's topic is kind of a cool combination of topics. We're going to talk about loyalty to the eternal quest of self-realization. The quote you might see if you picked up the song sheet, you'll see at the top it lists this. It's from Sunburst founder Norman Paulsen. Loyalty is the unfailing devotion to the pure self with a capital S, pure self with a capital S, the image of God within you. Now, Norm, in addition to teaching Kriya Yoga meditation to Sunburst and sharing that essential practice that we so love, also laid out a pathway to look at our daily lives through the lens of 8 paths of conscious living and 12 virtues. So loyalty is one of those virtues, and each one is associated with one of the astrological signs, which makes it really nice if you come regularly to Sunday services. You're going to get like a little focus on each one through the year. And it can be kind of nice to turn our attention to those virtues, and sometimes maybe we're finding them a little easier to embrace during that time. Sometimes maybe we're finding extra challenges with that virtue during that time. Kind of varies by person and by year, for me at least. I really like to think of the virtues as a way that we build our capacity to be able to perceive the divine and to express the divine. I really don't think of them. The word virtue, I think in common practice, can kind of be associated with a sense of like moral uprightness, or like slippery slope to moral righteousness, a little holier than thou energy sometimes. So I try to really steer away in my mind. That's why I kind of have this other working definition for myself. Like, how can we grow our capacity to perceive the divine, which is part of it. We're part of the divine is part of us. We're not separate, but we go around not noticing the divine a lot of the time. So, and then to be able to express the beautiful peace and harmony and love and joy that is the essence of the divine. We can get little glimpses of it, and if we can build our lives in such a way that that can come through us, help others be able to feel that and experience that too. To me, that's the goal of these virtues. We're not trying to please some fickle guy in the sky with a white beard to try to have, some kind of God like that, like look favorably upon us or something. We're not trying to get favors done. We're trying to get to know who we really already are and be able to live more from that awareness of who we are. Now, loyalty, I was thinking about this. I had this great aha when I was walking the labyrinth earlier this week. It's been a while since you've walked the labyrinth here, or if you've never done it, I highly recommend it. It was on the equinox that I was walking it. And I was loyal to the path. There's only one path. Like, you enter the labyrinth. There's not choices. It's not a maze. It's just one path. It makes twists and turns. And eventually you get to the center. And then you turn around and you go back out. Because you got to exit somehow. It's more orderly, like, I don't know. You could go out any way you wanted, I guess. But it's it's lovely because then you experience it all both directions. But some of the time, you're like, oh, I'm getting close to the center. And then it turns you farther away from the center. And you're like, what? How is this going to get me to the center? What is going on? Why does it seem like I'm going away from the center? But then you make the turn back to the center. And to me, that's the most important part of loyalty. It's not that we don't err away from our greatest desire of our hearts to know this divine essence. It's not that we forget and think we're separate again, and we forget to pay attention, and we get a little faltering in our meditation practice or something. It's like, do we return? Do we come back? And I think that the more we come back, the more of those little glimpses we get of what that feels like to connect to that, the more we want to turn back, the more we want to keep finding back to the center. And that just trying to first, say, okay, I'm going to turn back because I'm pretty sure that is what I want. Then eventually it just draws you, it calls to you. Where, you might go back and forth a little in your life between those things. Everything's not totally linear. But it's like that when we meditate too, your mind, a lot of people, I've heard so many people say they can't meditate because their mind is very busy. And I also learned to meditate with a very busy mind. And I even would cry sometimes, like, because a friend just sit down, blissed out immediately. Oh, I just felt so, I don't know, disappointed or crushed or cheated or something like faulty, or like something was just wrong and I wasn't going to be able to do it. But it turns out that just the more you make that practice of, I'm going to keep, the practice of meditation is to keep turning back. And then eventually, it's like you're blazing a trail. It's like you're like walking through an area that nobody's walked through. Like, your mind has not done that very much. So it's like, it's hard to feel like you're walking a clear path to a clear mind. You're like thoughts everywhere, and you're wondering if you're going to get that calm mind. But you keep trying it, and you go, it's okay because it's brand new, like a baby learning to walk. It's like brand new. Of course you're not frustrated that they can't walk straight away when they first try. And so same with our minds, the same with our building our loyalty to the path of realizing who we are, realizing our true essence. So just, you may go off on a whole planning expedition in your mind about the day or about something, and then you suddenly realize, whoop, I'm not really trying to calm my mind, I'm planning. And you go, oh, okay, I'll try again. Instead of like, well, it looks like that means I can't meditate. So we have to be patient with ourselves, which is another one of the virtues. They all kind of tie together. Compassionate with ourselves when we're doing it. But I think that the best way to build the loyalty to that quest is to give yourself opportunities to try that practice of meditating, try that tasting of the divine. See if you can get to a little hint of it, a little glimpse of it, a big glimpse. Maybe you'll have an amazing, illuminating experience right away. We don't know. Everyone's unique. So give yourself that opportunity, and over time, the more and more you do it, the more you'll build that loyalty in yourself. At least that's what's worked for me building it. I should be careful. I try to be careful not to just tell you what's worked for me will work for you, because everybody's unique. But I wanted to share some inspiration from great teachers about that essence, because I think that will, I found them inspiring, and it will help us as we go into a meditation together to give us that centering and focus on that great desire we may have in our hearts. So Anandamayi Ma She was a contemporary in India of Norm's teacher, Paramahansa Yogananda. She said, whether you worship Christ, Krishna, Kali, or Allah, you actually worship the one light that is also in you, since it pervades all things. Everything originates from light. Everything, in its essence, is light. And also, God's true being cannot be described. All the same, in order to use words, God is spoken of as Sat Chit Ananda, being, consciousness, bliss. I'm going to read a poem of Norm's, and then April, would you play a little bit of the bowls? And then as we'll just go together into about 15 minutes of quiet, contemplating this light, this essence of our nature, which is also in the poem. And if you are new to meditation, you can simply hold an inspiring image from something that was shared and allow your eyes to kind of settle into one place and let your breath be the focus as well. So your mind has a little something to do, and your breath can help. Paying attention to your breath generally helps it relax, and it opens space in your mind to experience the divine. Divine Spirit, our Father, our Mother, our Creator, we are your children, residing in these bodies that we did not create. Who are we really? Is this soul the chariot that encapsulates the pure self, your presence within us? Are we that immortal energy within, that spark of divine light? When we lay this body down, will we fly away with you in your consciousness, in your energy? O Mother, Father, Creator, reveal your presence. Be fully conscious in us, that we may be fully conscious in you. You have given each one that reflection of you. Let me find the center of your consciousness within me, the brilliant pinpoint of light that defines the exact center of my soul. Let me find that light, gaze upon it, and know who I really am. I am this light, this spark, looking outward in all directions into infinity, full of love in every direction. Let me swim in the sea of your cosmic consciousness, which penetrates every atom, every image. O beloved, dance with us in this life. Thou art bliss, peace, joy. I hear you singing in the birds, blowing through the trees. In the clear blue sky, I see your image blazing forth as the light of the sun. Descend into my soul where I wait for you, that we may be one, that together we may caretake your garden world. May your love shine forth from deep within, everywhere into the world, to all people. The hugging saint Amma said, there's only one way to prove the existence of the truth. Sit quietly and be calm. If we're not calm right away, we just return to our breath, turn to a point of focus. We know in life it won't be a straight shot at our goal. So we can be patient with ourselves as we just keep turning back towards it over and over. Turn back towards the calm. So we begin to touch the expansive spirit within us. I find it helpful to remember Yogananda's words describing us as waves in the ocean of spirit. The wave is the same as the ocean, though it is not the whole ocean. So each wave of creation is a part of the eternal ocean of spirit. There's a total seamless oneness that each one of us has with that ocean of spirit. Any hint of separation is something that our minds came up with. The golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you, is helpful guidance to keep in mind, but it's not really optional. We're all connected. We're all one with the ocean of spirit. If we're treating ourselves badly, we're doing that into the whole ocean of spirit. It affects all of us. If we're treating others badly, it is part of the whole ocean of a spirit, and it affects us. It's not optional. How we treat others is how we treat ourselves, and how we treat ourselves is how we treat others. You see this call to remember that in other traditions throughout the world, like in the Yoga Sutras, one of the yamas, the social ethics, is ahimsa, which is non-violence, non-harming. Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Buddhist teacher and prolific author, coined the phrase engaged Buddhism. In their social activism, they remain rooted in the moment-to-moment mindfulness, being totally rooted in the present moment, in compassion, in peace, even while they're making choices in their lives that reflect that honor that each being deserves as a reflection of the divine. Every single one of us is a reflection of the divine. Sometimes it's easiest to see that, practice seeing that in people that we care a lot about. That's the easiest way for me to start, or something really beautiful, a beautiful tree in nature, a butterfly. But the stinging wasps are also a reflection of the divine. That's where it gets hard. Can we expand our rootedness in the ocean of spirit to encompass all of it, to encompass everyone, to encompass people who are very different from us, who, whether they are intending good or intending ill, whatever level of study they've had of the world's spiritual traditions. Maybe they've studied a lot, maybe they don't know anything. Equally reflections of the divine. Every background, every gender expression, every gasp astrological sign. We're all reflections of the divine. And it's a huge life practice to take the time to go within, sit in meditation as often as you can, twice a day. Start the day with it, close the day with it. Go in, allow the mind to become as still as you can do at that time. Keep making that habit. Build the loyalty to that habit so that you build your capacity to experience that. You can bring it out into your life and honor everything we see, the beautiful infinite diversity of life, inanimate, animate, human, non-human, is just glowing with spirit. We are all part of this ocean of spirit. I want to close with some words from Rabindranath Tagore, who is a Bengali poet, contemporary of Yogananda. The same stream of life that runs through my veins night and day runs through the world and dances in rhythmic measures. It is the same life that shoots in joy through the dust of the earth in numberless blades of grass and breaks into tumultuous waves of leaves and flowers. So let's begin where we can begin, with the beauty of the grass and the flowers, and take it into everything, into everyone.
Oh, come to me, thou shining sun. You are my life, my only one. Rise within my soul like fire. Let nothing quench this burning desire to see you, to know you, to hold you in my grasp. To stand the shore where oceans meet, of present, future, and past. Sun, in still of night, thy will be done. Let all the children sing, let all the heavens sing. Shining sun, you are my life, my only one. Rise within my soul like fire. Let nothing quench this burning desire to see you, to know you, to hold you in my grasp. To stand the shore where oceans meet, of present, future, and past. sun, in still of night, thy will be done. Let all the children sing, let all the heavens sing, let all the children sing, let all the heavens sing, let all the children sing.